Tell us about Western Canada's first queer dance classic.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Western Canada's first same-sex dance classic. The first one was in 2006 in Montreal for the very large Out Games. I was inspired to do this after going to many same-sex dance competitions around the world where either I competed or I watched. And we've been together for quite a while, not so strictly ballroom, for about 12 years. And it was time for us to do something, move a step forward and do something bigger. Well, in terms of the competitions they're going in, because some people are doing more than one, you know, they're entering more than one, I'm taking a guess about somewhere around 15 to 18 competitions or entries, something like that.
We will probably borrow the structure that already exists within the straight world of ballroom dancing. There's like newcomer levels, bronze, silver, gold, a pre-championship, and open amateur, which is the highest level of competitions. And you can have that in Latin and in standard. We have offered all those levels, and we'll see whoever will come in, depending on their experience and how brave they are to get on the floor.
Gay, what does dancing mean for you?
Oh, it's everything. It's social, it's exercise, it's stimulating, it's a way of being in the world. You know that. When I think about it, I was like a teenage girl who always like walked around like this, and now I'm not a teenage girl anymore. My posture is totally different, and I think that that's really telling. And dancing has had a lot to do with that.
Do you always get to lead or get to follow, or do you switch roles once in a while?
Oh, we're switching. As a matter of fact, in Latin, I'm leading Paso Doble, and I start off leading Jive, and we switch. Andrea starts out leading Samba, and we switch, and then Andrea leads both Samba, or not, Rumba and Cha-Cha.
Well, I think the aspect that I love the most about the same-sex dancing is I'm able to dance with a man. That's why I'm gay, I love men. So, because I've danced my entire life, but I've danced with women. I always led, so leading I can. And from teaching, I needed to learn how to follow because I was teaching women at the same time. So as soon as I started dancing with a man, I knew how to follow because I have to teach it. So one or the other, it's fun to go to an event and suddenly, whoop, I'm going to lead, somebody, whoop, I'm going to follow. And it's fun to adjust because at the same time, it's a test for me. If I dance with different men, I need to adjust myself and follow their lead. Even if according to what I'd like to be, the way that I'd like to be led, it's not exactly what I like, my job is to adjust. Because I say that to my female students all the time.
I get told, oh, you dance just like a man because I lead. I said, no, I'm not dancing like a man, I'm dancing like a lead. And, like at UBC, I'll go over to the lead side. I remember this distinctly, and they said, no, you don't belong there, you belong over there. I said, no, I belong here, I'm leading. And and we got some of the teachers out there used to saying, instead of ladies and gentlemen, they started saying lead and follow. I mean, it was wonderful to see this because they would even correct themselves when they went back to the old way.
So how come you're not at the clubs tonight or at the bars? How come you're here?
Well, because to me, I feel much more like I'm able to talk. It's an environment that is more suitable for me. Like I'm not having to, it's kind of a community for me really, because I've been kind of coming out to NSSB for the last year or so, and people are really friendly here, and I feel more comfortable here, and there's a shared kind of a love for dancing. Whereas going to a bar, it's so anonymous to me, and it's not really connecting in the same kind of a way.
I think the idea of being a lead is good. It's good to know a lead because often you go in a social dance setting, and it's easier to walk up to someone and ask them if they want to dance if you can lead. But I'm not always great at leading too. I mean, there are some dances I'd much prefer to follow. But I'm glad that I have a little bit of lead experience.
If we get in touch with our whole integral selves, which means body, mind, spirit, soul, that is the essence of spirituality. And so for me, dance represents all of that. And also it's relational. It's not just isolated, but it's about being relational with another human being. And for me, it's physical. It's mental because you have to know what you're doing and think about the moves and so on. But on a different kind of a level, it's more embodied, and it's emotional, especially with the music. I love the music, and all of those to me combine into spirituality. So I would much rather come out and dance and be here tonight because I just feel so good when I leave. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I guess whether it's emotional, physical, or mental, or relational, dancing is so much fun. This is Cal Garrigan for City Lights and Novus TV.